Morning, guys. Got a little stray cat that I've been feeding. Need to get animal control involved, I think. I want the best for him. I don't think being out here is, but I don't know. I'm giving her food, him, her. Um, so hope you're all doing well. It's real cold this morning, about 34 degrees, windy, rained the last couple of days, but I had to work. And work was much better. We had enough staffing finally. Sunrise, beautiful. Um, I just wanted to make a video about basically how blessed we are and what we have to look forward to and what we have to be grateful for. And I was sitting there watching this. My wife got up and was watching a show about the super rich, and they were showing these people buying, $1 million cars and multi-million-dollar houses. And I was thinking about how we are super rich to have basically being it. Imagine if you were, Maurice used to talk about. He had an analogy about this. If you were if you went to the marketplace and you were the son of a king, you would have basically basically unlimited resources. You could buy whatever you wanted. There's no limit to. So in the marketplace, imagine the feeling you would feel if you knew that you could have whatever you wanted in the marketplace, right? And he basically was saying that that's when we have access to this unmanifest state, this state of being, the state of love, um, which is what my experience was when I had the experience with Kamlish in my meditation. It was a tidal wave, a tsunami. It was indescribable amount of love. Okay, and that's how I perceived it. I perceived it as love because that's what it was, and that's what we have access to with our Sahaj Marg, with the heartfulness practice. And so we're like this son of the king or daughter of a king in the marketplace. We have access to this. We have access to something that is so profound. It's so big. It makes these $1 million homes and these $1 million cars look like toys. It's something so awesome. And I think it's important to realize that, especially in this time when we're going through such tumultuous times. Um, I'm talking specifically about the election and this steal of the election that we're witnessing. Um, it's like bank robbers just came into the bank and made everyone put their hands up and took all the money, but then they called it a withdrawal. Oh, we're just making a withdrawal. It's so brazen and it's so to the people who are awake, it's like getting slapped in the face. It's like a slap in the face, and I think this is important. It's not just to wake up the people who are asleep, but it's to also the people who are awake to teach us about the important things we talk about all the time about detachment and staying focused on source, staying focused on this godly love, this godly energy, and um, identifying those things that are holding us back, identifying those barriers to our progress, and those become the currency. That becomes the currency. So instead of it being, you know, um, how much wealth can I attain? How much material things can I possess? It becomes what can I remove? What can I discard? How can I get rid of this um, pattern holding me back? How do I remove these obstacles? How do I navigate this? that becomes the currency. It's a shift in consciousness. Instead of it being about, oh, what can I obtain, it becomes, what can I get rid of, you know, so that this godly energy just becomes, I become infused with it and become a transmitter, a receiver, transmitter of this godly energy and love. And that's what these masters are showing us. These guys like Kamlesh, Babaji, Charji, Lalaji, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, all these different saints. And there's been a lot of them. Maharishi, Panaji. I was telling my wife about Yogananda the other day. Anyway, and it's also important to remember that God has a sense of humor. This godly energy is not this joyless uh, force. It's got a sense of humor. It can it likes fun. It enjoys fun. And I had an experience with my cleaning meditations, and I've had it for since I started doing them. But I'll have the cleaning meditations where I'll just start laughing. It's like I heard a joke or something, and I'm laughing. But it's when I'm in a real subtle state of consciousness. I'm almost out of it, almost asleep, and I'll come out of it and I'll be laughing when I do it. It's funny. It's important to remember that you know, not only is this godly energy cleaning us, not only is this godly energy removing this some scars and the debris, but it's doing it in a joyful way. It's doing it with joyfulness. Okay, it's not going in there and saying, "Oh, this is a hard job, man, Jeff." Jeff's really got a lot of problems, and I don't know. This is looking grim. This is real serious. No, it's like it's this godly energy is laughing and playing as it removes uh, these barricades, these blocks. So this is important, right? We've got to have fun. We've got to have fun with this process, this waking up. Um, it's a joyful occasion. It's a joyful occasion. We're being given the keys to the kingdom, and we wouldn't feel sad about that. We wouldn't feel stressed out about that. We would feel joy, just pure fun and joy, laughing, dancing, singing. It would just be pure joy, a state of like a little kid playing. It's just perfectly perfect. It's just so perfect, just as it is. Doesn't have to have any other ingredients. It's 100% perfect. And I just wanted to remind everyone of that and remind myself of it because that's kind of what came to me today was just have fun. And it's important to remember that the world, the beast system, is the opposite of that. It's the opposite of that. It's the opposite of fun, joy, expansion. It's, you know, just it's just a miserable existence, just acquiring things, um, accumulating wealth, accumulating material objects. It becomes like a misery, you know. It's kind of like I have a friend at work who bought a car, beautiful, brand new car, and she was stressed out because somebody was parking next to her when she came in, and she was worried about him hitting her car and stuff. It was enough to make her talk about it. So she's like stressed out the whole day, thinking, "Oh man, what if that car hit my car? What if they hit me?" It's kind of like that. That's what the material world offers us. It offers us stress. It offers us, you know, it's basically suffering over these material things. And if this is where letting go, letting God comes into play a lot. But the next level of that is letting go, letting God, having fun. That's the next level. And if you look at people who are really doing well, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, they're having fun. It's not a chore. It's not a strain. It's just fun, like a little kid, building a sandcastle or something. You're not doing it because you're getting paid. You're not doing it for hourly wage. You're doing it for the sheer joy of creating. That's where we're headed. Okay, that's the next level. That's the next evolution for this collective is joyful creating. Everything has been about creating, but it's been about creating for some material gain. We are going to get to a state of creating for the joy of creating, and that's a whole nother level. And like I said, you look at people who are great artists and things like that. I'm sure that you know, it wasn't, they weren't creating because it was painful. They were doing it because it was something, they felt compelled to do and had fun doing ultimately. So, all right. I hope you all have a great day and don't worry about anything. I know it's stressful right now. The dark side is going to get to play out their hand. They're playing out the Biden hand. Biden's president. Biden got elected. Biden's, you know, it. It's not true. Even if they want to call it true, it's obviously not true. And we can, get all stressed and worried about it, or we can have fun with it. Let it play itself out. Let's see what happens. Puniji wrote a book called God Loves Fun, and I think I need to read that book again. It's like, let's remember, we're at our most powerful when we're at our most joyous. When you're having fun and in the moment and your energy's high, there's nothing that can come against you that will bring you down. You can withstand anything. And that's the state of consciousness that we're being introduced to. And I had one more thing real quick, but I was, thinking about relationship with God and how do you cultivate this relationship with the divine. And I was thinking it's a lot like when you're courting or when you're dating or when you're trying to get to know someone on an intimate level. You open yourself up to the possibility that you could get hurt. I mean, you're opening your heart, you're sharing with them, you're um, experience a more refined level. Well, this divine level is even more refined than that. And that's why there's, the bhakti yoga where they pursue the path of love. So they approach the divine as though it was a lover. And that's a very refined level of communication. And that's the level we're kind of shooting for here. And so it's helped me thinking of it like that because we all desire these, the perfect partner, the perfect soulmate, whatever. But it's like Kamish had said, everything that we desire on the outside, we already have on the inside. And it's just a matter of cultivating that relationship on the inside. So just thought I'd throw that out there too. But I hope you all have a good day. We'll talk to you later.